Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're all well, inshallah. Welcome to day 2 of our Ramadan challenge. Before I begin to tell you about today's topics, I'd like to say thank you to you all for the lovely work that you have been sending in. I'm really looking forward to sharing that work with you later, inshallah. Now, in today's session, we are going to be looking at the Sermon of the Prophet. Then we will talk about guests and feeding others. And finally, we'll end with the manners of eating. Now, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did a talk to the people at the time of his time, telling them about the month of Ramadan. These points have been given to us for us to follow as well during this month. Here I have a few lines from the Prophet's sermon to the Prophet's talk. O people, the month of Allah, Ramadan, has come with its mercies, blessings and forgiveness. Allah has decreed this month the best of all months. The days of this month are the best among the days, and the nights are the best among the nights, and the hours during Ramadan are the best among the hours. This is a month in which you have been invited to Him, to pray and to fast. Allah has honoured you in it. In every breath you take is a reward of Allah. Your sleep is worship, and your good deeds are accepted. Your du'as will be answered. In his speech, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said that Ramadan is the best of months. We are the guests of Allah during this month. We should help the poor. We should share iftar, even if it's just a drink of water. We should have good akhlaq. We should recite the Quran, as the reward for reciting even one ayah is like reading the whole Quran. He mentioned in his sermon that the doors of Jannah are open and the doors of Jahannam are closed. This is important for us to remember, and we should ask Allah always to keep the doors of Jannah open for us, as well as keeping the doors of Jahannam closed. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, also said the best deed in this month is to keep away from that which Allah has forbidden. So we should do what Allah would like us to do, what He wants us to do, and keep away from what He does not want us to do. Okay, so these are some of the points from the Prophet's sermon. I'd now like to share a story with you from our special sparkly book about a time of the Prophet during a battle. Now, this story tells us how it is easy to share when we feel like we have plenty of something. However, we find it difficult to share when maybe we only have a little bit. So, for example, if you had a whole bag of sweets and you were happily sharing them with your family and friends, when you find out that you only have 2 sweets left, what do? Do you continue to share them, or do you keep them for yourselves? Well, let's have a listen to this. We're going to look at an incident in a battle. After the battle, there were a number of companions of the Prophet who lay wounded on the ground. They were all thirsty and groaning for water. A man saw them and came to them with some water. He offered the first companion some water. However, the first companion pointed to the second companion and said, "Give him some water, he needs it more than me." So the man went to the second companion and gave him some water, offered him some water. Now the second companion did the same thing. He said, the third companion needs more water than me, please give it to him. However, by the time the man got to the third companion, the companion had already died. So then he returned back to the second companion. However, he had already died too. Then he went back to the first. All the soldiers wanted to share with the others, so much that they were prepared to give to others what they needed for themselves. Now, we should always remember this and be caring and sharing with what we have. Now I would just like to mention a couple of points where the Prophet has told us we should act upon and would give us plenty or lots of blessings. 5 points he has mentioned. The Prophet, peace be upon him, has said we should greet each other with Assalamu alaikum. He's also said we should recite the adhan loudly. It is said that when you recite the adhan loudly in your houses, the angels in the heavens also listen to you. We should keep clean, and so we should wear clean clothes, and we should wash ourselves and keep clean. We should also recite the Quran daily, Even if you can recite an ayah of the Quran, so just one line, you will get reward for that. Also, we should invite guests to share meals with us. Now, I know at the moment that's a bit difficult because of the lockdown, but we can always have our guests and family and friends in our minds and look forward to sharing feasts and food meals with them once this period is finished. The Prophet, peace be upon him, has said, when Allah wishes to do good to a family, He sends them a gift. That gift is a guest who brings his or her sustenance with him and her and carries away with him and her the sins of the family. So a guest is a guide who leads us to the path of Jannah. So guests are very important. So please remember to invite people over after the month of Ramadan or after the lockdown, inshallah. It is also said that Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, never used to eat alone. He always welcomed others to his home to have a meal with him. This increases our blessings. Now I would like to talk to you about the Islamic manners for eating. So let's quickly just have a look. We should always make sure that we eat halal food. We should make sure we eat with our right hand, and we should try and eat healthy. We should have food, water, and even try and eat or take in the fresh air from outside. We should also always begin with Bismillah. And if you remember that from yesterday, we mentioned that we should start everything with Bismillah. We should try and sit down while we're eating. And also, finally, here we should try not to waste our food. Try and finish what your parents give to you and not to waste any food or have it thrown away. Remembering that there are many people around the world without food and drink, or with little food and drink. Okay, so today's activity. Today's activity, I would like you to make something. So you are going to create a recipe and a dish for iftar to share with your family, and maybe you could even ask your parents if you can give it to your neighbours. You could create or make a smoothie, maybe a fruit salad, a sandwich, a cake. There are plenty of ideas on this website, and I'm sure you also have many ideas of what you can make. When you are making your dishes, I would like you to use or to write a recipe. You don't have to use this template, but it's there as an idea. And I'd like you to share that with me too, because I'd like to share your recipes and your pictures of what you made, and I'm sure other children could then try to make what you made in your houses. And now it's time for our challenge. So are you ready for challenge number 2? Right, great. Let's have a look. So, challenge number 2. What do we have? Today your challenge is to give up something you love. Okay? So, try and think about what you really, really like and what can you really try to give up. I'm going to give you an example of myself. Now, I really like to drink Pepsi Max I like. So my aim for this month is to stop drinking Pepsi Max for the whole month. And that's something that I'm going to give up. There are some ideas for you as well. So you could try and give up sweets. You could, if you don't always tell the truth, try and give up lies. Or maybe if you're very messy, you can try and give up being messy. So I'm going to look forward to receiving your information about what you challenged yourself to give up for this month. And I'm sure if you try and give it up for this month, then you might be able to keep it up after that as well. All right, excellent. So that's your activity and challenge for today. Good luck, and I look forward to hearing from you to see what you have done. And inshallah, we will see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.
We love you, Ramadan. We miss you, Ramadan. We love you, Ramadan. We miss you, Ramadan. Ramadan is the month of mercy. Ramadan is the month of fasting. Ramadan is the month of giving and helping those in need. Ramadan is the month of the Quran, the month in which it first came down to Prophet Muhammad in year 16, a guide for all mankind. Ramadan for fasting, forgiving Ramadan.